Yeah, what's going on, family? It's your man B Miles coming to you live once again with another video from the B Miles 84 Conscious channel. I actually want to come to you with another video, man, talking about Trump tariffs loom over Port of Baltimore's car imports from Mexico. They said on a recent evening, as bundle runners hustled along Canton Waterfront Park, they said two massive car-carrying ships were visible in the distance, berthed at a Port of Baltimore terminal. They said that one of the vessels, the Grande Portugallo, was filled with brand new automobiles from Mexico. President-elect Donald Trump has threatened to host a tariffs on foreign countries, including an immediate 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada and an extra 10% on China. They said tariffs on these countries, the U.S. top three trade partners, are the stuff of the U.S. economists' nightmares and will have far-reaching effects on the American economy and the Port of Baltimore and the regional economy. They said Baltimore is the home of the busiest car port and the world's top car imported nation. And no country sends more cars to Baltimore than to Mexico, which has become a manufacturing hub for companies like Volkswagen, Mazda, and Nissan. They said Mexico accounts for 29% of Baltimore's imports, more than Germany's 22% and Japan's 20%. They say nearly one quarter of all tonnage, not just cars, shipped to Baltimore's ports come from China, Mexico, and Canada, which are all ranked in the top four among nations shipping to Baltimore. Brazil ranks first. Steeper tariffs could slow some of the port traffic. They said tariffs will have a negative impact on the local economy, the Maryland economy, and I think throughout the United States. It will slow down growth, said David Cass, a professor at the University of Maryland's Robert A. Smith School of Business. They said before Trump introduced tariffs in 2018 was President Joe Biden and then continued, tariffs were seldom part of United States policy. They had a pop culture cameo in 1986 when the high school teacher portrayed Ben Stein tried to lecture the board Matthew Broderick and Ferris Bueller's Day Off about the 1930 Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act. They said the 1930 law, which economists warned that President Herbert Hoover against implementation, prompt retaliatory tariffs, decreased world trade, and worsened the effects of the Great Depression, historians say. It also settled tariffs with bad reputation, which Trump, who once tweeted, "I am the tariff man," and dubbed tariff the most beautiful word in the dictionary, he has tried to rehab. Trump sees tariffs as a multi-purpose tool. He's saying he's using them as a threat to Canada and Mexico to curb undocumented immigrants and fentanyl crossing the border into the United States. Terrorists would encourage foreign businesses to manufacture in the United States, he says, and also generate revenue. Economists warn that any monetary benefits will be washed away by any negative effects. They said during his first term, Trump implemented mild tariffs. His current suggestions will be significantly stronger. This time, he will likely buy in from the Republican Party, which will control both chambers of Congress next month. That means more extensive tariffs have a shot at becoming U.S. policy. Some businesses may be reacting to the news of potential tariffs by stockpiling goods now before a potential increase in the cost of imports. Trump's inauguration on January 20th, as well as the potential of an East Coast port strike on January 16th, seems to have precipitated a flurry of shipments, including into Baltimore. The nation's major container ports are expected to see a continued surge in imports through next spring, according to a news release this month from the National Retail Federation. The Port of Baltimore, which is recovering from the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse, has seen a steady increase in traffic since the shipping channel reopened in June. Jonathan Daniels, executive director of the Maryland Port Administration, said the port should be fully recovered in the first few months of the new year. The port has particularly active in recent weeks. Cargo ships over at least one tugboat to move in and out of berths in Baltimore, and McAllister Towman, and one of the two companies that provide service in the port, said November was his busiest month in recent memory. So pretty much right here, the Trump tariffs loom over the Port of Baltimore and stuff like that is one of the busiest ports, and pretty much, this is something like definitely serious. This is the city where I'm from, Baltimore, Maryland, so definitely want to pay attention. But I had to come to y'all with this video, man. Spread thoughts upon this, shed light up on the situation. I felt the need of y'all had to hear this subject. Keep on liking and subscribing to my channel. Always appreciate the love. Don't forget to hit the bell to get all of my notifications. Like, share, and subscribe, and the article will be in the description box. And this your man B Miles coming to you live once again from the B Miles 84 Conscious channel. One love once again. Peace.